Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. My name is Naveen, and today I'll be taking you through MAHCET linear arrangement based questions. So, everyone who is present, good afternoon, Chetan. Everyone who is present, please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends, whoever are preparing for MAHCET or TestNet or other competitive exams. Okay, so this is a very important topic in MAHCET because you get set-based questions, okay? As in you will be having a set and there will be 3 to 4 questions associated with them. So you should be very good with it because if you spend somewhat like 5 to 7 minutes or even 10 minutes on a question, you will be able to solve 4 questions simultaneously, okay? So you should always check for the length of the question and also how many length of the set and how many questions are associated with them. More the questions, it's better to attempt those. So let's start with singlets. Singlets are those sets, those questions where you have only one associated question, okay? For example, this is the first one. 5 people through A is sitting in a row facing same direction. So A is 3 places away to the right of C. 2 people are sitting in between B and D. Who is sitting in the middle of the row? Yeah, hi Nikhil. How are you guys doing? So they are in a row and they are facing in the same direction, right? So let's say they are all facing north. Now A is 3 places away to the right of C. So wherever C is, A is 3 places away. So first, second, third. And he's to the right of C. So actually C should be here and this is where A should be, right? And then it says 2 people are sitting between B and D. If 2 people are sitting between B and D, this is what we are going to have. Isn't it? Now, there may be a lot of scenarios, but please look at the question, what it is asking us. It is asking us who's sitting in the middle. So let's say, can C be sitting in the middle? Let's do it this way. C बीच में बैठ सकता है क्या? नहीं. Because if C is sitting in the middle, A will be sitting beyond the row, right? There is not enough space to his right. Can A be sitting in the middle? No. If A is going to sit in the middle, that means C is going to be sitting to the extreme left ke beyond. We do not have those many spaces, right? So neither A nor C can be seated. Now between B and D, can B be seated? No. It's the same logical arrangement of B and D as it was for C and A. The reason why C and A cannot be sitting at the middle is the same reason B and D also cannot. So there are 5 people, A, B, C, D, E, and if A, B, C and D, these 4 cannot be seated at the middle. तो एक ही बंदा बैठ सकता है ना बीच में. E. There may be a lot of cases out of these, but we don't have to draw those cases. Use more of common sense. See what the question is asking. Right? Okay, good. Option C. Next one. There are 6 volumes of books on a rack kept in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. Right? After some readers used them, their order got distributed. So the changes, the new order is something like this. Volume 5 is directly to the right of volume 2. Volume 4 has volume 6 to its right and both are not at volume 3's place. Volume 1 has volume 3 on right and volume 5 on left, and even numbered volume is at volume 5's place. So again, there are 2 ways to solve this. Read the entire statements, the additional information, and solve them. Or you can look at the options and see which one of them makes sense. First statement says volume 5 is directly to the right of volume 2. A में तो नहीं है, B में भी नहीं है, C में we have 2 3s, right? So only 2 options left. Volume 4 has volume 6 to its left. Between D and E, in E, 4 is to the left of 6. Here in D, 6 is to the left of 4. Answer aa gaya. Okay. So obviously in MAHCET you will have options. Please use options as much as you can so that you can reduce the time taken to solve a particular set from 2 to 3 minutes to 30 seconds. Okay, options are that helpful. Next one. 5 people A, B, C, D and E are sitting in a row facing north, but A is 3 places away from Chirag, Deepak is 2 places away from B, E is not sitting adjacent to Chirag. If Deepak sits at the right end, then he is sitting second to the left of Chirag. Now this is not a question like the previous one where the entire order is given in the options so that we can use options. So this is the worst case scenario where you have to actually figure out the sequence, right? Okay. So 5 people, so place 5 people. Then the first one says Amey is, they all are facing north, okay? Amey is 3 places away from Chirag. To the left, to the right, we have no idea. So from the first information, we can say that if A is over here, I'm not arranging from the previous one, मैं random लिख रहा हूँ, ठीक है? ऊपर वाले arrangement पे नहीं जा रहे. So if A is 3 places away from Chirag, this might be the possibility, or maybe A is to the right of A, who knows. From the second one, Deepak is 2 places away from Bimal. So Deepak is 2 places away from Bimal, or Deepak is 2 places away from Bimal. So D can be to the left of B or to the right of B. Right? So this is the second one. E is not sitting adjacent to Chirag. So I'll decode this as E and C, they are not sitting together. ये नहीं करना है. Okay. If Deepak sits at the right end, okay. Now this is the part from where we can start putting it in the blank spaces. Since Deepak is supposed to be seated at the right end, we're going to put Deepak here. The moment Deepak is placed here, we know that this scenario cannot happen. This is the only possibility we can have. So I'm going to put B over here. Right? Now between AC and CA, if I put C here and A here, this is the only possibility we can put. Then the last letter E is going to be adjacent to C, which it is not possible. That tells us C blank blank A is not going to happen. So we will have to interchange C and A. Put A here and C here, so that no matter what, E cannot be seated beside C because C is shielded by B and D. So this is where we will have E. Now let's go to the question. The question asks us who is sitting second to the left of Chirag. So this is where Chirag is, first left, second left. So the second left is going to be Ila. Bimal. Option A. Shreya is correct. Atrangi, it's going to be Ila, no? Not Binay. It says second to the left, not first left. First left and immediate left, they are the same thing. I mean, same things, spoken in 2 different ways. Okay, next one. 7 friends. They sit on a bench facing north. The friends are S, P, U, R, P, M, and G. So P is repeated, so we will take care of that. But not necessarily in the same order. And we know the following information. Punit sits third to the left of Shikha and is at the left end. And then we have 3 more statements. The question is, which one of the following statements is correct? Right? So we need 7 people. So I'm going to place 7 spaces. Okay, koi nahi. First statement says Punit sits third to the left of Shikha and is at the left end. So this is where Punit is. And he sits third to the left of Shikha. So where should Shikha be sitting? Shikha should be sitting here. So that this is first left, second left, third left of Shikha and Punit is at the left end. Makes sense? Okay. Next, The number of persons to the left of Urvi is equal to the number of persons to the right of Gitika. So no idea where to place them right now. There may be more than one case. Maybe, not checking it. Prachi sits exactly between Punit and Maria. Now, if Prachi sits here, so this is where Maria would be sitting, right? So that Prachi sits exactly between Punit and Maria. So this is one possibility. We can also have Prachi sitting over here so that Maria sits here. So that Prachi is sitting exactly between Punit and Maria. See, exactly between doesn't mean right next to each other. If there are enough spaces from the left hand side as well as from the right hand side, if they are equal, then we will say that that person is sitting exactly in between. So between Punit and Prachi, so Punit agar मैंने इधर लिखा और इधर लिखा, so in the first case, Punit, Prachi, Maria, they are consecutive. In the second possibility, Punit, there is somebody between Punit and Prachi, then Prachi, again somebody is sitting between Prachi and Maria. Can we move Prachi at the next position? No. Why? Because Shikha is already placed there. Can we move Prachi to the left of Shikha's position? No. Then between Punit and Prachi, there will be 3 people sitting, but we will not have same number of people sitting between Prachi and Maria. So these are the 2 possibilities we are going to have. We don't know where Prachi and Maria are right now. Okay? Okay. So we're done with this. Next it says Maria is not sitting adjacent to Gitika. So if we take the first case, then Maria is not sitting adjacent to Gitika. That is true. Because Maria is sitting between Prachi and Shikha exactly. Right next to them is Maria. So wherever Gitika will be, she is going to be sitting away from Maria. In the second case, if I put Gitika, then Gitika cannot take the last position. Gitika is going to take the position between Punit and Prachi or maybe the rightmost end. So uske bhi cases banenge. So let's not get into so many cases. So we will remember the fourth statement. Let's go to the second one because we haven't seen that. The number of persons to the left of Urvi is equal to the number of persons to the right of Gitika. Suppose if I take the first scenario, okay, and if I want to put Urvi or Gitika at some place, so if I put Urvi here, so the number of people to the left of Urvi will be 4. And wherever Gitika is going to be, the number of people to the right of Gitika will not be same. It says equal. So Urvi or Gitika to nahi likh sakta. If I move Urvi to the next one, the number of people to the left of Urvi will increase, it will become more. And that to the right of Gitika will remain almost the same, 1 or 2 people. So, pehla case we realize that if we have Punit, Prachi, Maria, Shikha in this order, the second statement will never happen. That tells us that ye case nahi ho sakta. Okay. Now, let's look at the second possibility that we had. Where shall I put Urvi? So, if I put Urvi here, then we will have Gitika here. So that there is 1 person to the left of Urvi and there is 1 person to the right of Gitika. But then fourth statement says Maria and Gitika, they cannot be adjacent to each other. So I can't have Gitika here, I can't have Urvi here. What if I interchange the positions because they are supposed to be symmetrical? What if I put Gitika here and what if I put Urvi here? If Urvi is here, then there are 5 people to the left of Urvi and there are 5 people to the right of Gitika. They are equal. This makes sense. And there is only 1 person left, right? Who is, I believe, Ritu. Ritu will take the last position. See, whenever you have a scenario where there are 2 people, the number of people to the left of one is same as the number of people to the right of one. So they should be symmetrically positioned. Kaun left mein, kaun right mein, doesn't matter. And in a linear arrangement, if you are given a question, if you are given a statement which says A has same number of people to its left and B has same number of people to its left, if both are left, that cannot ever happen. Think about it. 2 people in a linear arrangement, they have equal number of people to their same side. ये कभी नहीं हो सकता, right? So obviously it will always be given that you have these many people to somebody's left and these many people to somebody's right, and they are equal, one less, twice of that. ऐसे cases बनते हैं. So the final will be Puneet, Gitika, Prachi, Maria, Urvi, and Ritu. So this is the last arrangement. So which one of the following statements is correct? Only two people sit between Gitika and Urvi. No, there are more. Excuse me. Exactly two people are sitting to the right of Prachi. No, there are more than two people. There are four people sitting to the right of Prachi. Exactly three people are sitting to the left of Maria. Maria ke left mein there are four people. Ritu is sitting at one of the extreme ends. Delta is correct. Good. Amit, please go through the channel, our YouTube channel. In that some time ago, I don't exactly remember the date, but I discussed about all the colleges of MAHCET, and you can search the channel, right? MAHCET, JBIMS, and 4 different colleges. What are the cutoffs for different categories, and what is the score you required for a particular percentile? I have discussed all of that. Kindly go through it. You will come to know more about those. Okay. Next one. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So these are 7 people. They are seated in a straight line, but not necessarily in the given order. D is seated to the immediate right of Amit. Only 2 persons are seated between Ishan and Gita, and so on and so forth. Okay. And the questions associated with them are these 4. So when you have 4 question based set, time thoda lagta hai. Okay, do not expect that it will happen in 2 minutes. I mean, if there is a trick involved and if you catch the trick in the very first few seconds or half a minute, maybe it will become easy. But 2 minutes to nahi lagega. Thoda zyada hi time lagta hai. So let's place these 7 positions for the 7 people. Right? Okay, first one, D is seated to the immediate right of Amit. I don't know where they are, but I'm pretty sure this is what I will have to draw. So we have A and D. So this is how they will go. There is nobody between A and D. Next, only 2 people are seated between E and G, who are not seated at the extreme ends. So we can have E blank blank G, or we can have G blank blank E. And we have to make sure that neither of them are at any of the ends. Okay. Next, C is second to the left of E. So we have E, C is second to the left of E, and is not seated adjacent to G. So G cannot take this position, G cannot take this position. Okay. And the last one is Q is not at any of the ends. So I can't place Q here, I can't place Q here. ये नहीं हो सकता. Okay. Now we do not have more statements. So, and we don't have anything concrete to begin with. So let's see. Do we have all the letters? Here. Give me a moment. अबे शॉर्ट ट्रिक्स, कितना शॉर्ट ट्रिक्स? किस चीज का शॉर्ट ट्रिक? एलआर का शॉर्ट ट्रिक? एलआर का शॉर्ट ट्रिक ढूंढोगे तो कोई एग्जाम क्लियर नहीं होगा. शॉर्ट ट्रिक से एग्जाम्स वो क्लियर हो जाते हैं ना, तो सब लोग पास कर जाते हैं. एक ही कॉलेज में सबका एडमिशन हो जाता. Okay, the problem is Q is not seated at one of the ends. This is not what it should be. There is nobody by the name Q, right? Hold on. So okay, let's forget about Q. We don't know who that person is. Okay, if we combine these two, that C is to the left of E, second place is to the left of E, and C is not next to G. So if I take the first scenario, can we say C blank E blank blank G? Chalega? C and G, they are not next to each other. If I take the second scenario, we will have G blank blank E, and because of E, we are going to have C here. Now C and G, they can't be adjacent to each other. So ये case नहीं हो सकता because of these two conditions, right? Now, when we have, how many people are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are 6 people, right? And neither E nor G are at any of the ends. So if G doesn't have to be any of the ends, this is the only place we can put that. है ना? Now AD have to be consecutive, so this is the only place AD can go. Right? And let me just check C and F, G, B, D, A, B, C, G. Okay. So it should be, मैं change कर दे रहा हूँ यहाँ पे जो typo है. So actually this is this statement. B is not seated at any of the ends. If B is not seated at any of the ends and there are only 2 people left, B and F, isn't it? So since B cannot be at the end, B is going to be here and F of course takes the last position. Right? Okay. So how many people are sitting between D and E? Between D and E, there is only one person sitting, who is A. The 2 people seated at the extreme ends are C and F. Who is seated exactly between E and F? Between E and F, the exact position is taken by D. Which one of the following is true with respect to the given arrangement? B sitting to the immediate left of Amit? No. G is sitting to the immediate right of Amit? No. D is sitting exactly in the middle? No. A is sitting exactly in the middle. B is to the immediate right of C? Yes. B is to the immediate right of C. So this is correct. Okay. So that Q was a typo. It should have been B. हाँ करंट तो मैंने वो चेंज कर लिया. Karthik, what position did you not understand? This was the arrangement that we have figured out from whatever is given. Now there are only 2 people left, B and F, and you have 2 blank places. B and F are not yet written. Every other person's name has been written. It says B is not seated at an end. So B cannot be at this rightmost position. So if B can't be there, then B has to be here. And if B is here, the last person F will go there. F is nowhere mentioned. So F position will be obviously concluded. Similarly, B's position is not mentioned. So that should also be concluded. The other letters A, C, D, F and E and G, these 5 people positions can be figured out from the statements. ठीक है? Next one. 8 people are standing in a queue, not necessarily in the same order. Now, the number of people are increasing, right? The following information is also given. There are only 2 people sitting between T and P. T stands just behind Z, and so on and so forth. So, we need to find out who is sitting where. Sorry, they're standing, right? Who is standing where, at what positions. So we need those 8 spaces, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the names are T, V, K, P, S, R, Z, and I. So these are different initials. So we'll be writing down only initials. The first statement says there are only 2 people standing between T and P. So it could be T blank blank P, or it could be P blank blank T, right? Okay, still don't know where to put. T stands just behind Z. So if I take the first case and include the second statement, if I take both of these, and if we say that everyone is facing in that direction, so T is standing Z just behind Z, or T is standing just behind Z. These are the 2 cases. Okay. 3 people are standing between P and S. If I include this, the first case gets eliminated. Sorry, can't say straight away eliminated. So there are 3 people between P and S. So it can't be above because there is Z. So it has to be below. So 1, 2, 3 and S. How many people do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it gets eliminated. Next one, 3 people are between P and S. So 1, 2, 3, S can go here, or we can have P dot Z T S, not S right now. And S can be above P, right? So 1, 2, 3 and S. How many people are in this case? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tak hai, chalega. T is not standing adjacent to R. If T is not adjacent to R, there can be a lot of places where R could be in the first case right now, क्योंकि ये वाला तो eliminate हो चुका है, right? Okay. In the next one, T is not standing adjacent to R. This is so very obvious. T is the last guy here in the queue, and adjacent to T could be only Z. So this will make sense so far. K stands adjacent to V and R. So K stands adjacent. Adjacent means right next. Okay. So we don't know where K, R and V they are. So it's going to be V, K, R, or it could be R, K, V. Right. At least one person stand between P and V. So we will have to include them. Okay. Ye possibilities are. Now let's look at the questions. These are definite ones, except for one which says none of the above. One option is not definite. Now we will have to bring them together. Patience is the key here. Let's take this scenario and this scenario, and we will remember these as well. Okay? The last 2 statements, the last statement and the 4th one. 4th, 6th, the first case. So we have P blank Z T S. Then there is at least one person standing between P and V. So if I take P and V के each में at least one person, so these two will, if I include these two, तो मैं dot हटा देता हूँ, ठीक है? Let's count. So we can have R, K, V. There is going to be at least one person. P dot Z T S. If I take the first scenario, if I take the first scenario, are you guys able to see what I have written? I doubt. So I'll have to write it smaller. मैं काम करता हूँ, I'll remove the video. चलो. Now you guys can see. So let's call this first case, let's call this second case, okay? And let's call this case A and let's call this case B. So let's do A1 right now. If I take A1, we have P blank Z T S. Now, if I want to include 1, there has to be one person between P and V. We will have to write VKR no matter what. How many people do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 people. T is not standing adjacent to R. So T is not adjacent to R. It makes sense. Sixth one also makes sense. And the only person that we have not mentioned so far is we have V, K, P, S, R, Z, I. So I abhi mentioned nahi tha. Okay. All the conditions are met. Okay, let's try A2 now. If I try A2 and if I write RKV, then there is going to be one person between V and P. Kam se kam ek to chahiye. So I'm putting only one dot, the minimum. Then we will have P dot Z T S. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is not going to work. Okay. So A2 doesn't work. So I'll erase this. Let's take B1. If I have S, 3 blank places, P, single blank place, Z and T. How many people so far? 8. All 8 are mentioned here. Now, if I want to bring 1, VKR can only take this. And obviously, the leftover person I will be here. If this happens, there is at least one person between P and V. Yes. And T is not standing adjacent to R. Yes. This will also make sense. So B1 is also possible. If I look at B2, right? B2 check karna hai. If I look at B2, so we will have S, 3 dots, P, a single dot, Z and T, and I need to bring in 2. It's going to be RKV. This is going to defy the sixth statement where it says between P and V, we need to have at least one person. So B2 nahi work karega. Right? So out of all the sequences in which they can be standing in a queue, these are the 2 possibilities. Okay. How many people are standing behind P? So it's going to be, hold on, are we missing something? Only 2 people are standing between T and P. So T and P के बीच में केवल 2 लोग हैं. ठीक है. T stands just behind Z. T stands just behind Z. This is also correct. 3 people are standing between P and S. Between P and S, we have 3 people. Yes. T is not standing adjacent to R. T is not standing adjacent to R. Yes. K stands adjacent to V and R. K stands adjacent to V and R. Yes. At least one person stands between P and V. At least one person stands between P and V. Is there any problem here? Anyone? I don't see any problem. Do you see any problem here? Last one as in which, what? Ritesh? Last matlab last statement or B2? So it looks like both are correct. A1 also makes sense and B1 also makes sense. A2 and B2, they don't make sense. Okay. How many people are standing between P? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3. So we have different number of people. So can't say. Who stands exactly between V and I? Between V and I, R stands exactly in between. Between V and I, R stands exactly in between. So in both the cases, between V and I, R has to be standing. So R. Option B. How many people stand exactly between S and T? So between S and T, there is no one, or there can be the remaining 6 people, right? Because there are 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it could be either 0 or 6. We don't have 0 here. We do have a 6. So since it's a definite one, the answer is going to be can't say. What about the arrangement PIZT? Hold on. Let me write it down. PIZT SVKR. SVKR. Okay, let's see. Only 2 people are standing between T and P. Okay. T stands just behind Z. Bilkul. 3 people are standing between P and S. Bilkul. T is not standing next to R. Yes. K stands adjacent to V and R. Okay, so you have this same sequence, but putting it above, you have decided to put it below. This is also possible. This is also possible. There is at least one person standing between P and I. Sorry, P and V. This also makes sense. Amey, this will make sense. Bilkul sahi hai. So actually this will change one of the answers. Who stands exactly between V and I? In this particular scenario, between V and I exactly T stands. In the previous 2 cases, it was R, right? So the answer for this will also become can't say. So you had P to S, VKR ऊपर की जगह नीचे लिख दिया. हाँ, ये भी हो सकता था. Okay. Next one. 4 girls, P, P, P and P. So we'll have to write down the entire names. We can't use abbreviation unless and until you choose a different one. कि पंक्ति के लिए K ले लो, पल्लवी के लिए L, पूनम के लिए N, पूजा के लिए J. You can do that. They sit in row 1 facing north, not necessarily in the given order. And 4 boys, again, they also have the complete names. They sit in row 2 facing south. So we have row 1, right? They are facing north. So row 1, they are facing north. And row 2 facing south. मेरे को नहीं लगता उधर इतना जगह होगा. So I'll use this. Row 1 facing north and row 2 facing south. Let's write it below. And we have 4 people, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have boys who are going to be sitting here, and we are going to have girls who are going to be sitting in row 1. Okay? Pavan sits at an end and sits opposite the girl who is sitting at the immediate right of Poonam. Pankti is not a neighbor of Poonam but is opposite to the boy, and so on and so forth. And then we have 3 statements. So let's start with the first statement. Pavan sits at an end. So Pavan idhar ko baith raha hai and sits opposite to a girl. This girl is sitting to the immediate right of Poonam. Very much possible. Now what if Pavan is not sitting at the rightmost end, what if Pawan is sitting here? If Pawan is sitting here, then he's sitting opposite to a girl, and this girl should be to the immediate right of Poonam. The problem will be there is no place to the left of this girl to place Poonam, right? So we can't have Pawan at the left end. Pawan has to be necessarily at the rightmost end. So Pawan idhar hi baithega, or there will be a girl and we will have Poonam here. No other option. Okay, next, Pankti is not a neighbor of Poonam. So obviously Pankti will take the leftmost end. That is the only place we have for her. And is opposite to a boy who's sitting opposite, adjacent to Pankaj. So this is where Pankaj will go. Pankti is sitting opposite to a boy and that boy is opposite to Pankaj. Next, Praveen is sitting immediate left of the person who is sitting opposite to Pooja. So try karte. Let's say Pooja is here. If this is Pooja, the opposite to her is Pankaj, right? And then it says Praveen is sitting immediate left of Pankaj. So this is where Praveen will go. Remember, the first one was Pawan, not Praveen. So Pooja can be at the second position from the left. Bilkul, koi dikkat nahi hai. What if I happen to put Pooja at the last position, as in the rightmost end? Then Pooja is sitting opposite to Pawan, and Pawan should be sitting immediate left of someone, right? So is there going to be somebody, Praveen is going to be sitting immediate left of this person. So Pawan is this, his immediate left will be placed here, but we don't have any seat for that guy. You know? So Pooja can't be seated at the end. The only place Pooja can go goes back to this position. And this is where Praveen will go. Out of 8 people, if I know 3 boys and 3 girls' names, so obviously last girl ka naam Pallavi will go there, and the last boy Prakash name will come here. And this is the arrangement we are going to have. Okay? Okay. Who is sitting opposite to Pankaj? So Pooja is sitting opposite to Pankaj. It should be Pooja. Which 2 people are sitting at the extreme ends? Prakash, Pawan, Pankti, Pallavi. Prakash, Pawan, Pankti, Pallavi. So Pawan and Pallavi are there. Right? 4 of the following are alike in a certain way and they form a group. Find the one that does not belong to that group. Pankaj is sitting in between 2 people. Pawan is sitting at one of the ends. Pooja is sitting in between 2 people. Poonam is sitting between 2 people. Pankti is sitting at one of the ends. So who does not belong? So Pankaj is sitting in between someone. Pawan is sitting at one of the ends. Pooja is sitting between 2 people. Poonam is sitting between 2 people. Pankti is sitting at one of the ends. So we can't have sitting between 2 people and one of the ends as the odd one out. Reason being, then we will have 2 options to select. So there is something else happening. See, there are two boys, Pankaj and Pawan. How are they related? So Pankaj and Pawan, they are sitting one after another, right? One place to the left of someone and one place to the right of someone. ऐसे ही बैठे. So from the girl's end also we should have the same sequence, right? तो उस logic के हिसाब से we should have Pankti and Poonam. Okay? Try to rotate your notebook or the laptop or the phone from wherever you are watching this. You will find that if I name the positions from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are choosing first and third. So out of Pankti and Poonam, the only person who is odd one out is going to be Pooja then. है ना? Because these 4 are going to be related in a way such that if I consider them to be in a circular table, we will have Prakash, Pankaj, Praveen, Pavan, Pallavi, Poonam, Pooja, Prakriti. Sorry, Pankti. So alternate लोगों के नाम है, ठीक है, in options में. The one who was not making this as a pattern was Pooja. Praveen is to the left. Karan. Praveen is to the left of the person. Right? They are facing south. So Praveen किसके left में है? Pankaj के left में ना? And Pankaj is opposite to Pooja. So Praveen is sitting left of a person. Who is this person? This person is the one who is sitting opposite to Pooja. So instead of person, can I write Pankaj here and say Pankaj is sitting opposite to Pooja and Praveen is sitting immediate left of Pankaj. Because they are facing downwards. They are not facing upwards. They are facing south. Right, Karan? हाँ मैं बिल्कुल. आप प्रीवियस ईयर का पेपर डाउनलोड कर ही लो, ठीक है. क्या रही होगा आपने क्वेश्चंस? दे वर मोर डिफिकल्ट सेट्स देन दिस एंड these are still smaller when it comes to the content. Some of them had huge amount of additional information. ये तो कुछ भी नहीं है. ऐसे भी आते हैं और इससे डिफिकल्ट भी आते हैं. डिफिकल्ट एज इन टाइम कंज्यूमिंग, something like this. So there are 7 people, M, V, M, H, H, S, P. So we can't have initials, right? They're sitting on chairs placed in a row facing south, not necessarily in the given order. So south hone ke karan we will have to be very careful about left and right. Each one of them belongs to these different states: Delhi, UP, MP, AP, Kerala, Karnataka, Odisha. These are also 7 states. And we have the following information. So we will have to position the people as well as from which state do they belong, right? So दोनों का combo चलना चाहिए. अच्छा, हमें that way you asked. हाँ, तो MAHCET में difficult नहीं होता. Every set you will be able to solve. You will just have time constraint. So you will have to weigh in and decide as to which particular set you would like to go after. घर पे करने बैठोगे एक क्वेश्चन होगा, पूरा पेपर हो जाएगा, but not within the given time. That's what it makes it difficult, because whatever you are solving, you have to be very, very accurate, and speed also matters. Okay, so I have all of these information placed here. So we have 7 people, these states, and then we have this is sitting here and there and so on. So 7 लोगों के लिए position, let's make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Mayur is sitting second from the right end and Vikas is from Delhi. So please remember that they all are facing south. So this is going to be a little complicated. Okay, so Rajput, ध्यान से करना. साउथ है तो आपका लेफ्ट वो डिफरेंट लेफ्ट होगा. इट विल बिकम राइट एंड योर राइट विल बिकम लेफ्ट हियर. So Mayur is sitting second from the right end. So what is the right end here? The right end is this end. Okay? So this is the right end because they all are facing downwards. Mayur is sitting second from the right end. So this is the first, second. So this is where Mayur is sitting. And Vikas is from Delhi. So ये जो second part of the information है, this is not relevant right now. So one thing that we can definitely put in is that Mayur is here, है ना? तो ये हमने fill कर लिया. Okay, we will remember this. Madhu is sitting third to the right of Vikas, but not adjacent to Mayur. So we will only try to understand this. Third to the right of Vikas. So suppose Vikas is over here. कहीं भी है, I don't know its position. End पे है, second from the left end, second from the right end, no idea. Madhu is sitting third to the right of Vikas. So Vikas is facing downwards. Third to the right is, this is where it will end up at. First right, second right, third right of Vikas. And it says Madhu is not adjacent to Mayur. Okay, Mayur is already placed. So let's try to put it over here. What if I put Vikas here? Madhu will end up here. Problem. So Vikas नहीं हो सकता है end पे. Next, what if I put Vikas here? Then Madhu will end up here. ये भी नहीं हो सकता because Madhu is adjacent to Mayur. What if I put Vikas in the next one? Then Madhu will end up here. Makes sense. Can I move Vikas further? No, not going to happen because then Madhu will have no place to go. So can we conclude there is only one possibility wherein Vikas will take this place and Madhu will take the rightmost end. Okay? So we know the definite positions of three people. Next is only one person is sitting between the persons who belong to MP and AP, and neither Mayur nor Madhu belongs to AP. So since neither of them belong to AP, so we can have MP AP, we can have MP AP के बहुत सारे cases बन सकते हैं, right? We don't know anything much yet. We do know one thing for one more thing, that Vikas is from Delhi. So Vikas is from Delhi. So let's write down Delhi here. ठीक है? ये info भी हमारे पास आ गया. Okay. So we have done first, second, third नहीं कर पाया. Next, Harish is sitting second to the left of the person who belongs to UP but is not sitting adjacent to Mayur. Madhu does not belong to UP. Okay? Let's understand the first part. So there is this guy who belongs to UP and Harish is sitting second to the left of this guy. So this is remember they are all facing downwards. So this is your first left, this is the second left. So this is where Harish will go, right? Harish is not sitting adjacent to Mayur. So of course, Madhu cannot be the guy who belongs to UP, right? Can we have this guy who belongs to UP? If this is the guy who belongs to UP, तो दिक्कत क्या होगा? This is where Harish will be and he will be sitting next to Mayur. Not going to happen. Can Mayur be the guy who belongs to UP? No. Because if that happens, then Harish will be sitting where Vikas is sitting. ये भी नहीं हो सकता. Right? So far, we can't have anyone. Can we have Vikas from UP? So sorry, can we have this guy from UP? Yes. If this guy is from UP, then Harish is going to be over here. Makes sense. No problem. Harish is away from Mayur. Okay? Okay. Can we have Vikas from UP? No, he is already from Delhi. Can I have the next guy from UP? No, because then Harish will have no place to go. So out of all these places, if you had paid attention, you will realize this is the only place where Harish can go. And this is the only place where the guy from UP is. और कुछ नहीं बचा. ठीक है? So we are done with the fourth statement. Next, Himanshu is 2 places away to the right of Parag and does not belong to Kerala or Karnataka. 2 places away to the right or left means there is one person sitting between them. Out of the left over positions, 3 positions are left. The only 2 positions where they are 1 seat away is this. So we need to put Himanshu and Parag, both of them here, right? Such that Himanshu is 2 places to the right of Parag. This will only happen if Parag goes here such that his right is our left and this is where Himanshu should be. And once we have all these people, I think there is only Saurav left, which will go at the end. So we have the names as of now. Okay. Now we are supposed to put the states they belong to. Okay, let's start. The person only one person is sitting between the persons who belong to MP and AP. So Madhu and Mayur, they can't be from MP and AP. Himanshu and Parag can't be from MP and AP क्योंकि वो UP already fixed है, right? Mayur can't be from MP and AP, right? तो मेरे को लग रहा है कि कुछ तो यहां पे गलत पड़ा है. Okay, let's check once. Mayur is sitting second from the right end. First, second, right end, and Vikas is from Delhi. Madhu is sitting third to the right of Vikas. Oh, what a silly mistake. It says third to the right of Vikas. And I have made Madhu sit fourth to the right of Vikas. So actually Vikas is going to change the position. Right, I just saw your guys comments, of course. तो ये हो गया गड़बड़. I'll have to remove here these all, right? So we're still doing the second one. So we have Madhu is sitting third to the right of Vikas. So Vikas is where Vikas will be going here, you know. And Vikas is from Delhi. Next is only one person is sitting between the people who belong to MP and AP, and neither Mayur nor Madhu belongs to MP or AP. So Madhu and Mayur, they can't be MP AP. The next two people can't be MP AP. The next two people can't be MP AP. The next two can't be MP AP. So that tells us that MP is this, AP is this, or AP is this, MP is this. We do not have any other possibility. So we are done with the third statement as well. Fourth says Harish is sitting second to the left of person who belongs to UP, but is not sitting adjacent to Mayur. So we can't have this position taken up. So this is where Harish can sit second to the left of the person who belongs to UP. Okay, why did I? Okay, Mayur was from the right end, no? Okay, I'm getting stuck because I already made one mistake. This happens in exam also. Once you make a mistake, it becomes very difficult to actually overcome or proof check your own mistakes. There is only one person sitting between the person who belong to MP and AP. ठीक है. Mayur or Madhu, they can't be belong. They don't belong there. Madhu is not adjacent to Mayur. And Madhu is sitting third to the right of Vikas. Vikas ka first, second, third right. And Mayur is sitting second to the right. And so my assumption that Vikas and Madhu will be sitting here, this goes for a toss because I can't move further. So I have to shift. Madhu is sitting third to the right of Vikas. So we can't have Madhu here, we can't have Madhu here, we can have Madhu here and Vikas here, but that's not working out. So can we have third to the right में here? नहीं, ये भी नहीं हो सकता है. No idea. Mayur is sitting second from the right end and Vikas is from Delhi. Am I misunderstanding something? Okay, what is this position going to be called? This position is going to be called the extreme end, right? This is the rightmost end. First from the rightmost end will be this. This position is first from the right end and this position will be second from the right end. So Mayur is sitting second from the right end. So this is where Mayur should be. I hope this part is clear. Atrangi, Shreya, आप मेरे को ये बताओ कि if this statement had been Mayur is sitting at the rightmost end, are you going to place Mayur here or here? And assuming that blank is the rightmost. End का मतलब नहीं है कि मेरे बाजू वाले पोजीशन को end बोलते हैं. I am the end guy. I am the last guy. So the end is the rightmost end is this position number 1. ठीक है? Position number 2 will be Mayur is sitting first from the right end. So this is the right end. This becomes first from the right end. This position becomes second from the right end. Nahin? So Mayur has to be at the third position. Now, what I believe, because the further things they are not making sense. So what I believe is maybe this right end is our right end and not theirs. It says from the right end. No, it doesn't say from their right end. तो ये गड़बड़ शायद हो रहा है. So that is the only possibility now. Anything else is not working out. Okay. So Mayur is sitting second from the right end. So first from the right end, second from the right end. So this is where Mayur is going to be sitting. And Vikas is from Delhi. Madhu is third to the right of Vikas. Okay. Third to the right of Vikas. So we can have Madhu and Vikas. We can have Madhu, Vikas. No. Can we have Madhu and Vikas? Yes. There are two possibilities for Madhu and Vikas. Okay, you guys are saying this is the first from the right end, this is second from the right end. चलो आप लोग अभी एक चेक कर लेते हैं. Mayur is sitting second from the right end and Vikas is from Delhi. Madhu is sitting third to the right of Vikas, but Madhu is not adjacent to Mayur. So this is where Madhu will go and this is where Vikas will go. I hope it is clear so far. Vikas is going to be from Delhi. Makes sense. The next statement says only one person is sitting between the people who belong to MP and AP. So we can have MP AP, we can have MP AP. Two possibilities for MP AP. Can't for sure find out anything. Harish is sitting second to the left of the person who belongs to UP, but is not sitting adjacent to Mayur. So Harish cannot be sitting at these two positions. Harish may sit here, and if Harish sits here, he is sitting second to the left of the person. So there will be somebody here. If Harish decides to sit here, second to the left will be Madhu, right? And Madhu is then going to be from UP, but it is given that Madhu is not from UP. So the second possibility won't make sense. So ये हमें बताता है कि Harish sits here and Madhu is therefore going to be from UP. Sorry, not Madhu, the guy to his right. This guy is going to be from UP. ठीक है, we are done with this statement. The next one says Himanshu is 2 places away to the right of Parag. So the only possibility is Himanshu has to be here and Parag will have to go there, and last banda bach gaya Saurav, right? Now Himanshu does not belong to Kerala, does not belong to Karnataka, right? And there is only one person sitting between अच्छा एक और कौन सा बच गया, ठीक है. So it's not from Kerala or Karnataka. So can we have MP AP, Madhu and Saurav? MP AP, no. So if Mayur and Madhu, they do not belong to AP. So the one possibility is this one is MP, this one is AP. Right? Because Madhu cannot be from AP. So MP AP का एक jump यही हो सकता है. And since Himanshu cannot be from Kerala or Karnataka, the only state he can be from is Odisha. Mayur and Harish, now we have no idea about them. There is nothing mentioned about them. So one of them is going to be from Kerala, the another from Karnataka, or the second from Kerala, the first from Karnataka. So ये combination इनका अभी तक हमें पता नहीं है. ठीक है. I'm not really sure कि ये second position from the left end is this. Okay. Because when you say second from some place, तो एक blank space होता है. The rightmost end is Himanshu's position. Second from that position means there needs to be a blank and then Mayur should go. So I did not check that Mayur is going to be from the right end, as in our right end. So Vikas की जगह से अगर Mayur check करते तो maybe case बनता, but since I haven't checked it, let's see if options match. Who belongs to UP? Parag belongs to UP. है option. How many people are sitting between the people who belong to Kerala and Karnataka? We don't know who is from Kerala or Karnataka, but there are definitely two people sitting between them. Who is sitting to the immediate right of the person who belongs to Kerala? Since we don't know Kerala guy, can't say. Which one of the following statements is true? Vikas is not sitting at one of the extreme ends. Your statement false. Parag is sitting adjacent to Harish and Himanshu. This is also a false statement. Only one person is sitting between the persons who belong to MP and AP. True. पर यहां देखो, Himanshu is sitting at one of the extreme ends. ये भी true हो गया. So I believe I just wrote what you guys told me. अच्छा, सौरभ और हिमांशु के पोजीशंस इंटरचेंज करे हुए. Okay. Got it. Right, it says, no, Himanshu is two places away to the right of Parag. So Parag is supposed to be here and Himanshu should be there. So ये मेरा mistake है. ठीक है. So ये false हो गया. ठीक है. So Parag, Mayur, Himanshu. Parag, Mayur, Himanshu. Doesn't matter. सौरभ और पराग को इंटरचेंज कर लो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. So Parag, Mayur, Himanshu, Madhu, Harish, Saurav. Madhu, Harish, Saurav and Vikas. Vikas is at the extreme end. ठीक है. सारे ऑप्शंस मैच कर रहे हैं. प्लीज चेक whatever sequence you have got. If there is going to be an issue, there is a high probability that one of the answers will be wrong for you. Either that is not in the options or maybe you'll get 2 options correct. Okay? So that was a difficult one because I made one silly mistake. कोई नहीं. So make sure everyone please like the video. Another thing, I hope you guys have attempted the MAHCET All India Open Mock. Say tomorrow is the last day, everyone. Okay. So tomorrow is the last day. So make sure that you register for this mock and attempt it. So you will have a very good idea as to what level of questions come and what is going to be your score. Compare it with the actual scores which somebody may have got last year and see it right now, where do you stand, how much more practice is required, how much more concept revision is required. Okay. And last lap to testnet 2023, we have started a series every day at 8 p.m. starting from 15th February onwards. We are going to complete the entire revision of the syllabus of testnet. So everyone, please make sure that you join. And GK testnet is going to start from 19th of February daily at 9:30 p.m. This is very important for everyone who is going to appear for testnet. Okay, GK बहुत important है. On 21st of February at 7 p.m., Mr. Saral is going to take a session. He's going to discuss why is it important to start preparing for CAT 2023 right now. This is very important for people who are into job or who are in their pre-final year. You guys must be having this doubt as to should we start now or should we start somewhere in the month of September, October or maybe August. So वो actually सही time है या नहीं? You can have a discussion with him. 21st of February, 7 p.m. Make sure that you register. And for our comprehensive program, please make sure that you get a good, decent scholarship. So there is a scholarship test today at 7 p.m. You can avail up to 90% scholarship. So far, we have provided scholarships worth 1 crore rupees to our students. So please register for this. The link is given in the description as well as in the chat. Okay, thank you for joining. Make sure that you share, like and subscribe our YouTube videos and subscribe our channel. You can join our Facebook page by liking it. You can join our Telegram channel. The name of the channel is BYJU'S Exam Prep for MBA. You can download our app and watch many such videos. Karthik, no, say GK is obviously common, but testnet GK is little different from CMAT. testnet का थोड़ा सा ऊपर level है, ठीक है? Shreya, next class is, I believe, going to be for reasoning, if you are asking. तो वो तो अभी upload नहीं हुआ है. Okay, so अगर आप notification on कर लोगे ना, the moment they upload, which they do at least 24 hours before, you will be notified so that you can prepare your schedule. ठीक है, चलो, thank you everyone. Thank you for joining.